No, we gonna get banned. Welcome back. It is a football Friday. I got my drink. Hope you got yours.
I got water
We
today.
go- You got
Man, we
water
drinking that
today?
H2O, high quality.
Got water today. I might
Okay,
have to go get one. I might have to go
I'm
get one. No, no,
all right. So that
High
means I got
quality
to force.
H2O.
Right. So I got to force out whiskey Troy today. So
You might have to.
let's start first off. First things first. It was bittersweet for me last night. Bittersweet for me last night. I got to see the LA Bakers beat my Raiders last night.
You mean the
But
guys that had David Carr on their team?
It
Bring them
wasn't
out,
David,
bring
bro. I
them
told
out,
you it was Darren.
bring them out, bring them
look,
It
out,
was Darren Carr
look,
last night.
bring them out,
it
bring them
was.
out,
We're gonna talk about.
bring them
We're gonna
out.
talk about.
Bring David
We're gonna
Carr
talk
out.
about all of that because I don't. I honestly believe
Special guest on
it's
the
deep.
show, David Carr.
Right, it's
For
deeper than
next
that.
week.
But I want to give Baker Mayfield a lot of respect. Now, I've been saying this for the
A
longest.
lot of
If
respect.
you give him a competent head coach, and things will change for him. Now, for somebody to learn a playbook or half of a playbook, whatever he learned in 24 hours to play basically 30, he played most of the game except for one series, and drive down with 98-yard drive, longest game winning drive in NFL
No,
history happened
no,
last night.
let's not do this,
That's,
man.
I'm gonna
Let's
do it.
not
I'm
do
gonna do it.
this.
I'm gonna do
Let's
it. I'm
not
gonna
do
force you.
this.
I'm gonna force you to drink. I'm gonna force you to drink. I swear to God. You're
How
gonna
many?
throw that
How
water
many?
in
How
against the
many
wall.
flags were stolen? How many flags were stolen on that play?
I don't care. I don't care how
How
it
many
happened.
flags were stolen on that drive?
I
Let's not
don't
count. So
care
take
how
away them
it
yards. Take
happened.
away the yards.
But
Take
Now
how
away
you
it
the
happened
can't.
flags.
is important.
You
Take away the
can't.
flags. Take away
You
the yards they
can't.
got from flags.
You can't take it
All I'm
away.
saying right now, all I'm saying
You
right
can't
now
take
is
it away.
take
Can't
away
take it away.
the
You
yards they
cannot
got from the
take
flags
it
and then
away.
say Baker went that distance because Baker didn't go that whole distance. Let's not do that, man.
Look, as
Let's
a
not do
look, but
this, man.
no, even
Let's not
no,
do
even
this. New on Baker.
as
Let's
a
not do this.
as as a
Let's
Raider
not
fan,
do
I could say
this.
if Josh Jacobs doesn't hurt his hand, we close
I
the
saw
game
that.
out.
I saw
Hell
that.
no. As a Raider fan, I can say if they don't get two stupid penalties at the end of the game, we win. Jerron
Right.
Harmon picked the
And not
ball
even
off.
that. On top of
The
that,
game's
if
over.
Derek Carr comes out and not David Carr, you guys on your I think it was like the second time you guys was in the red zone, you kick a field goal. If you get a touchdown there, then they don't have a chance to come back. Then you go rewind early in the game after you guys scored when you kick the first field goal, you get a touchdown there. Guess what? They're not coming back in that game. Like, so not only did you have Noodle on Baker on one side, you had
Whoa,
David Carr on the other.
whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa,
no,
whoa,
no,
whoa,
man, we're
whoa,
not gonna
whoa,
do this.
whoa, whoa,
No, we're not gonna do this.
whoa,
We're not gonna do
Listen,
this.
whoa.
all I
And I
heard
watched the
last
game
year, all
twice,
I heard was
and my
Baker's
man's
arm.
was
Baker's
skipping
arm.
things off the
Baker's arm.
dirt.
Baker's arm. All I heard last year, Baker's arm. His
He
arm.
was
His
skipping them
arm.
off the dirt, bro.
No, Baker
What
didn't
did he
skip.
skip off the dirt?
I'm not gonna deny him for that, but we're not gonna skip over Baker getting cut to get to the Rams.
Nah,
Okay, we're
What
because
not
did
going to do
I had
that.
wait, Troy, wait, because everybody
We're not glossing over him getting cut, and now he's going to be a backup because if Matt Stafford was not hurt, he will be on the bench. Let's not do that.
we not
no,
gonna sit here and
no.
act like Baker had laser
Let's not. He got cut.
accuracy and had a
The
rocket
boy
arm,
got
bro.
cut. Let's start there before
The
we get to
man
the
was
game. Let's
skipping.
start
He
with him
skipped
getting
like
cut.
3 or 4 passes off the dirt, bro. Like off the whole ass carpet, turf, grass, whatever they had out there in fucking SoFi. He was out there skipping the balls off that motherfucker, and receivers were wide open on outs. Like Baker did not play well last night, bro. He didn't play good at all, and especially this is the thing. This thing, right?
Fucking Baker, man.
It doesn't take a comfortable quarterback. It doesn't take a smart quarterback at all to see that it's press coverage with less than 20 seconds left on the opposite freaking on the opponent's freaking territory of the field. It doesn't take rocket science to see that. Oh, that's press coverage. Sage's not going to get over there that fast. He's a Heisman quarterback, first round draft pick. Anybody's going to make that. Johnny Manziel can come back right now and make that fucking throw.
Come on, Moo. Come on, Moo.
DeMarcus Russell can make that throw, bro. Anybody can make that goddamn throw.
So let me understand this.
Let me ask you something, young.
You're telling me, so if that was the case, then why did they make the change to go get Baker Mayfield? They have 2 quarterbacks on their team already.
Because Sean McVay likes Baker Mayfield. That's
No,
the only. That's like literally the only thing.
He has 2. There's 2 other. If anybody can do it, there are 2 quarterbacks already there. Why make the change?
Because he likes Baker. That's his
So
guy.
Then if anybody can make throws, then why do we have tiers for quarterback rankings? Why are there elite quarterbacks, good quarterbacks, and bad quarterbacks?
You mean to tell me that if Baker got hurt on that sack that Jerry Tillery got a penalty on, if Baker gets hurt that sack, and
they don't score a touchdown.
Oh, don't skip over.
They don't score a touchdown.
Hold on, time out. If Baker gets hurt on that sack, and it's
they
now third and long,
they don't score a touchdown.
Same thing happens. They get a penalty, blah blah blah, all the stuff
That's
like that.
The last night
no.
And whoever that fucking quarterback is, I don't even know his name. Jared Stidham, I think his name is, whatever the fuck his name is. You mean to tell me as a backup, as he sees press coverage,
he does not throw that ball. No.
Hell no, I don't believe you.
No, he can take the shot.
You know what? Quarterback, I'm taking that shot.
He doesn't complete the pass. Do you see where he put the ball? Do you see where he put the ball?
I don't believe that. Because Webb was beat off the line. There was nothing that he can do.
Let's talk about Devontae has 2 sweet ass catches in that first half, man. But now back to fucking Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel, fuck that dude. All right.
I'm just saying, bro. A lot of people are trying to give, and I understand. I get it. Trust me, I get it. People want to see Baker succeed because of the way he went out with the Browns.
I don't.
Bro.
I was just going out with GK on Facebook. I don't.
It was a messed up situation. He took him to the playoffs.
If it was any other quarterback,
situation around, I get it.
But put any other quarterback.
First of all, it's one game. Second of all, he did not play well in this goddamn game. He did not play well in this game. The Raiders lost this game more than Baker won the game.
Field goal, fumble, end of half, punt.
And I can confidently say that. 2 penalties at the end of the game.
Touchdown.
Then you have Patrick Graham putting his DBs in fucked up positions at the end of the game. Where, like, come on, bro. I've never in my life, as a DB, I've never in my life played press coverage on our territory with less than 20 seconds left, bro. And I know they're gonna go for the fade. Like, I've never done that. So for the fact that not only that Patrick Graham called that, he called that defense, and then they ran it's absolutely crazy. Because there's no way.
It's not the fact that they ran man coverage. It's the fact that they ran press coverage and nobody pressed. If you don't get hands on nobody, it defeats the purpose of playing that close.
But why even do it? That's my problem. Why even call it? I'm not.
Listen. I understand why he does it. You're playing against their 3rd, 5th, and 6th wide receivers. It's not like that was Cooper Kupp or Allen Robinson. You're talking about Van Jefferson, who's their 3rd, Sporadic, who's their 5th, and Tutu Atwell, who's their 6th. That's not their starting lineup. So you're saying I got my best DBs against their backup wide receivers?
Hell no, because Spencer Webb isn't even our best DB. He's a rookie.
No, he's a rookie, but he's better. And when you look, I mean, he just got a bad matchup because Van Jefferson, granted, he's their 3rd receiver, but he's hell on wheels.
Exactly. That's my point. As a defensive coordinator, you have to understand that you have a rookie, bro. You have a rookie, and he's on the other side of the field. You have to give him a way to beat the play before the play. You have to put him in a position to have success before the play even happens.
The way I looked at it, the safety who was on his side, I think it was Deron Harmon. Deron Harmon, I don't know if Deron Harmon was supposed to play over the top or what, but whatever, at the snap of the ball, he broke to the middle of the field. Bro, and once he broke to the middle of the field, Baker just threw it over the top.
Bro, he's been having the weirdest season ever, bro. Like, I really don't understand it. Like, as when you watch the games and you see what he's reading, I question myself. Like, bro, did I make the wrong read? Because there's no fucking way you went there when you was supposed to go here. Like, I don't understand it. And it's crazy because it's the same problem every single goddamn. I've been saying it for 10 years. I've been saying it for 10
I
years. It's the
think
same problem every single year. It's
I
the
think
DB.
it's a
Same problem.
scheme thing.
It
I think
is.
it's a
It's that
scheme
too.
thing because they got rid of Jonathan Abraham because he's doing the exact same thing that Jerron Harmon is doing. So I'm not. I'm so I'm saying it can't be the player if you replace the player and they're still doing the exact same thing.
I think it has. I think it's honestly. I think it's a mixture of both. I think we don't have the guys to run the scheme that they want to run because it's too. There are some schemes where you just got to be an athlete. Like technical ability and being technical is only going to get you so far in some schemes. Some schemes you have to be an athlete, and I feel like we try to run schemes for athletic DBs, and we don't have those. We have technical DBs. So when you put a technical DB in an athletic scheme, and they're trying to get to a spot that an athlete would normally get to, it's never going to work. So I feel like when they bring in a DeJuan Harmon instead of bringing in a a freaking Tyrann Mathieu, right? Like just compare those two. One's an athlete, one's a technically sound safety. Which one are you gonna have in a scheme to where the safety is gonna be constantly moving in the middle of the field, going down, changing levels, putting in disguises, making sure that the quarterback sees it's a cover one, but he bails out of there because it's really a cover three bail. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have safeties that can do that, unfortunately. But until
Well,
that
the thing is,
changes, that's when our scheme is going to match around the players that we get. But I literally been saying it for 10 years, bro. Our defense has to change from all levels, bro. All levels, because we can't
and
consistently have the worst, not only the worst red zone defense, but just the worst overall defense, bro, for 20 plus years and nothing be done about it. That can't happen.
no, that and Josh McDaniels, I don't know what he does in the sense of calling like it was 3rd and 1, and who are you fooling by putting Josh Jacobs at quote unquote fullback and Devontae Adams in the backfield? If I'm
His
playing
play,
defense, I'm not fooled by that. You're not
his
giving
play call,
Devontae Adams the ball, so I know he's not getting the ball.
his play call is so questionable, bro. I
Just
don't get it.
just just line up with your offensive line. You were averaging 6 yards a carry.
Thank you. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball.
Just run it the way that you've been running the ball. It didn't make sense to me.
And
It
this
made
is the
absolutely
thing.
no sense.
There's another thing. There's another thing because when you really watch the game, bro, like you can really sit there and break down the holes. Right, there was one play where it was 3rd and 1, and Josh Jacobs he was off the field, and they give the ball to Zamir White instead of picking the open hole and just
He
running.
ran into the back of the offensive lineman. Yep, I know what you're talking about. Yep,
Come on,
I
bro!
I'm
Like,
a, I threw my fucking phone when I saw him do that
oh my! Launched it halfway across the living room because there's no way.
because
There's no
he had
fucking
all his space to his left. To the left of him, there was a hole this big, and all
and
he had
then
to do was take one step, and he would have ran for 4 or 5 yards. And then he just runs up the back of the offensive lineman.
he
It
could have
made
put
no
his
sense.
head down and got 6 yards just by stumbling forward. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, what is going on? And this is the thing, right? Whenever people put too much, or whenever the Raiders get too high, they humble themselves. You don't need but nobody needs to humble them. They humble themselves. Self mistakes, self implosion. They always get, and it always seems to work just like that. And until they can get away from that tendency, because that's a really really bad tendency that they've had for years, self implosions,
Mhm.
they're never gonna go anywhere further than first round playoffs, first round bounce to the playoffs. Maybe they get lucky and steal a game, but that's not championship football. You can't build championship pedigree with that. The penalty at the end of the game. You can't have that.
Stupid.
You you can't have that. You
You
just
should
got touched
know.
a week ago. You cannot have that.
You should know. In at the end of the game, when a team is running a no huddle, if you touch the fucking football, it's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
As a defense, you can't touch the ball. You cannot touch the ball.
Literally, literally, you can't. That's why I was so confused, and then everybody was confused about the penalty. I'm like, no, y'all don't understand. You can't do that. That's just a dumb penalty, bro. Like, there's no other way to explain it. Y'all don't try to make excuses for a grown man. He knows he knows that's stupid. That's the thing about it. As a football player, as a defensive football player, and no huddle situations, really in any situation, but especially in a no huddle situation,
No huddle.
you don't touch the ball, bro. And you don't do too much. You don't be talking. You don't be trying to go back and forth pushing, because you have to understand situational football. What's the situation right now? They just took a sack, a 9-yard loss. Now we have
no timeouts.
Coverage. With no timeouts.
With no timeouts, mind you. With no timeouts.
Now we have to do is sit back and play coverage and let this time waste. But no, you get a stupid penalty. It's like you can't allow that stuff to happen. Those types of tendencies are what eliminates people from championship or from playoff football.
No, it was all Baker.
No, he still had to go win the game, though. You're acting as if he did nothing.
I mean, I understand the point, man. I like get it. I'm just saying, like, any comparable quarterback is going to see press coverage on the opposite side of the field.
How can you say he did nothing? How can you say he did nothing? That's absolutely insane to me.
I don't understand.
I do give you the drive prior, though. I give you the drive prior because that was a good drive.
I don't understand why Baker is one of the only quarterbacks right now that don't take flack for shit. Everybody tries to protect him. You say something about Lamar, everybody agree with you. Say something about Baker. No, you can't say that shit about Baker. Baker is this good of a fucking quarterback. The dude
that is not true. That is
you're saying with the fucking Browns team. He had a top 10 offensive line, a top 10 running back in the fucking league. The whole league, a top 10 running back.
And I told you 1,000 times when the team was fucking healthy, they went 11-5. When they weren't healthy, the team sucked. They won a playoff game.
They won a playoff game. Here you go, your participation trophy. Here you go, Baker.
That's the first time the Cleveland Browns won a playoff game in 25 years. In 25 years.
Browns and didn't win a fucking Super Bowl.
In 25 years.
I don't give a shit. He's Johnny Manziel that got an opportunity, bro. That's who he is. And now you're going to see it, because if it was a healthy Matt Stafford, Baker would have been his ass on the bench last night. He's a
if Matthew Stafford was healthy, they wouldn't have made the trade. They wouldn't have picked him up.
Fucking quarterback, because that's what Baker is now. Right where he belongs.
You can't.
On the bench
you cannot.
Mr. Trubisky, nigga.
No, he's not a backup quarterback. Is he starting?
He's a backup.
Is he starting? Is he starting? Is he starting? Answer the question.
That nigga got cut.
Is he starting? Is he starting?
He got cut.
I'm saying, did he start?
Let's talk about Carolina cutting him and why they cut him. Let's talk about
that. Carolina didn't cut him. Let's get that.
Whoever cut him, Lions, whatever team he was on, he got waived, bro. They kicked him off the fucking team.
He asked to be
the fucking door.
That's what he did. That's what he said. He asked to be waived. They relegated him to
such good of a quarterback. They was like, all right, yeah, you can get your ass up out of here. You name me one top 10 quarterback in the league or top quarterback in the league that could be like, yo, waive me. And they're like, yeah, go ahead, walk up out of here.
Who said he was top 10? Nobody said he was top 10.
Give me a good quarterback. Give me a good quarterback that can go fucking let me up out of here. And they be like,
every good quarterback does that.
Fuck out of here. And that's why Aaron Rodgers is still in fucking Green Bay, right? Because he threatened.
Because they gave him. They paid him.
And they made that nigga happy. Because that's what they do with fucking elite and good quarterbacks. They make them happy. Ain't nobody trying to make Baker happy.
Why not? So you're talking about shitty teams. You were talking about shitty teams. Right or wrong?
It don't matter.
A bad organization in Cleveland.
Why did the Browns just give Deshaun Watson $200 million guarantee to take Baker's place? Let's really talk about this shit. Let's really talk about what Baker has really done.
Because Deshaun Watson's a better quarterback.
Right, but if he's that good of a quarterback, that good of a starter, he's supposed to be elite in this league.
Deshaun Watson is a top 3 quarterback.
This is the level that people hold Baker.
Deshaun Watson is a top 3 quarterback. You do not. Every team outside of the Bucks and the Packers would trade their quarterback for Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes.
He got cut.
Right or wrong?
Wrong.
Would the Giants get rid of Daniel Jones for Deshaun Watson?
Daniel Jones, I mean, he's truly a backup quarterback too. But
Yeah. Every
let's not really
fucking
talk
team
about
except
it, right?
no,
Let's not really
every
talk about it.
team,
I
that
don't
was an
believe that. I don't
unprecedented
believe that.
situation.
I don't believe that. I don't think every team is giving
Outside,
up their
outside of
starting
look,
quarterback or starting quarterback.
outside of the Bills, Kansas City, Tampa, and the fucking Packers. What quarterback is safe with Deshaun Watson?
Jalen Hurts.
Nope, they get rid of his ass too for Deshaun
No, they're
Watson.
not. No, they're not.
Yes, they would.
No, they're
Yes, they
not.
would.
No, they're not. No, they're
I
not.
say the only person would be probably Joe or Lamar.
Like
I think those are the only
Everybody
people
else
that
is
would have. I think the only
everybody
people
else
that
is
would have
fair
like a
game.
legit pace would be Joe and Lamar, only because Joe, well, essentially his rookie year, led his team, a bad team, let's be honest, to the Super Bowl, and then Lamar is Lamar. So yeah, I think those are only like putting the QBs on that type of echelon, the Mahomes, the
but
Brady's, the
that's
Mahomes,
what I'm speaking. I'm speaking to like not towards you, Mel,
Lamar
but
and Lamar and
I'm tired of
Joe
people
Burrow probably
holding
got to be
Baker
part of
and
that as well.
protecting Baker like Baker is this all high and mighty quarterback. He's not, bro. He has a fucking noodle arm. Yeah, can he make passes? Yeah, can he throw bullets? Yeah, did he do some of that last night? Yeah, Baker did what Baker do. Baker has good games. I never said Baker didn't have good games. I never said that. People call Danny Dimes ass. People call Danny Dimes ass in his rookie year. He threw fucking 5 touchdown games.
What I'm saying with Baker is
Like
when you
even a
put
fucking
him with
even
somebody,
even a horse's shoe can fit up your ass like someday. Like Baker is gonna be Baker. He's gonna play, but he's like nah, he's not that dude. I'm just tired of people saying
he can't. You can't ask for consistency in inconsistent situations.
Nah, I don't
That you
think so.
can't.
But
No
they
quarterback.
do it to every other quarterback. They do it to every other quarterback. Every other quarterback, you put any other quarterback on the Browns that's elite, and they make it to the playoff and only win one playoff game.
Okay.
It does not win a championship with that team in the 4 years that they're there.
Listen.
Look at what Lamar is getting right now. He's a MVP.
How many head coaches and offensive coordinators did he have in his 4 years in Cleveland?
Oh, that's fine. That's 100% true because the same for Dan Duns. I agree with you there. I don't give a fuck.
You can't ask for consistency when there is none.
The team was still.
You had to learn a new offense every week. You had to learn a new offense every year. That's not fine. That doesn't work.
That's fine, but it works for you to come up here and say, "Oh, props to Baker. He got in there and a day notice. He learned the playbook. Nigga couldn't learn the playbook without the offensive coordinators."
What?
He couldn't learn the playbook then. He gets props because he comes in, he steps in one day in after he gets picked up. Yeah, one day of practice. He gets in there, he makes good plays, and it's like, oh, Baker, look, this is what Baker can do.
Because he had a competent slate. He has a competent
book. He had a whole fucking summer to work on that offensive book, and Baker came in and still was shit.
No, because the offense does not fit him. We talked about this with Lamar. Certain guys have.
He had torn labrum.
And he was hurt. You have to Baker is a run, roll out, play action quarterback.
That's just how I feel about football. If you're hurt and you cannot produce, there's a lot of
that's
guys.
Not how,
hey, I respect that. I respect that. I'm just reporting. I'm just reporting the fact of the situation.
Like produce hurt. I don't want to hear that for Baker. We always hear about these quarterbacks. Even Tom Brady won a Super Bowl and said that he had something fucked up with him when he won a Super Bowl. Like they all play hurt. Stop using this hurt excuse for Baker. Like Baker's the only one. Oh, he's hurt. You know his arm, his labrum. You know his arm was dangling. It was falling off. You know he couldn't do the robot. I don't give a fuck. I really don't care. I'm just tired of young people glorifying Baker like he's some glorified fucking quarterback.
Who glorified him? Who glorified him? Give me two names. Who? Name.
GK
give me one.
And Mel.
We are not talking about GK. We are not doing that.
All I gotta say is, if speaking to Troy's point, ESPN has been going crazy all fucking day, all night about Baker, how he come to 48 hours, 2 days, lands in LA, welcome to Hollywood, blah blah blah. Matt, even freaking Sean McVay, just how we drew it up, blah blah blah, all this shit like that. So they're trying to change the narrative around Baker right now, right? Like they're trying to make it so like he isn't exiled from the league from the situation that happened in the Browns because he was playing so bad and he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? We get all that stuff, right? But now they're trying to make it seem like he's the hero because he comes in after 2 days, he's sitting on the flight, learning the plays, and he has 23, 24 throws with the ones and really the threes. But the starting offense, O-line is horrible. We're just we haven't won since the bye, 6 games down since the all this shit. They're leading it up so they can be like, oh well, look what he did, look what he overcome. Baker's good, Baker's this, Baker's that. He's an average quarterback.
But you don't. He doesn't need. That's most quarterbacks. This is the problem I don't understand. When people talk about quarterbacks, there are only a handful, if that many, elite quarterbacks. Everybody else is either average or ass. That is it.
That is true. And I've always said this about Baker. You can even I even have conversations about him at Oklahoma about this, right? He's an average quarterback with the okay arm. And if you give him a coach that can utilize his strengths, he will look much better than what he is.
And that's what I said. Give him a coordinator. Amazing.
Right.
Look, you give him an offensive coordinator, somebody who knows how to call.
If I'm wrong, the year after they went 11-5, did he not have the same offensive coordinator? Or did they ship him out?
That's the year he was hurt and everybody else was hurt. Okay, are we clear on that again? We have to go there again. Everybody was hurt.
Yeah, we went back to Baker was hurt. I got you. Good.
Because that's part of it. That you just can't ignore that.
I'm not ignoring it.
Okay, so then you can't just say it's not. Why is an injury anywhere on your list? Where is it on your list? Where's injury on your list?
What year was that? Can I just let me go check?
Where's injury? It was last year. Last year
he was hurt. Oh yeah, yes. I'm definitely not. I don't need to go look at that. I'm definitely not taking that shit. Like I just said it. If you're on the field, produce. If you can't, go heal. If he was on that field and he was not producing, he deserves the criticism for trying to play through his lead room. That's not.
No one said he didn't deserve criticism.
Russell Wilson, right now, right when it first came out, he was playing bad. Everybody bagging on Russ. Came out that Russ was hurt. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck that Russ was hurt. Now it's something that's Baker, but when it comes to Baker, it's like no, Baker's hurt, man. You got.
What do you mean nobody gave a fuck? What are you listening to?
Injuries.
Name one person who's giving Russ a pass right now.
Injuries. Who's giving Russ?
Yeah.
No one. That's my point. But here again, Baker just got cut off a team. Who was giving a pass?
Who was giving Baker a pass? He got benched. He got benched and got released. So how is that giving him a pass? Explain this to me. Is it Russell Wilson still quarterbacking? Is he still starting?
It's not even.
Is he still starting?
Comes from fans. The pass comes from the people that watch the sport. When you get into forums, when you get into these conversations, when you talk to people like GK, that's just these big ass Baker Mayfield fans that I don't know where the fuck it came from. Like this is what they say, Mel. I'm not
because I know.
I'm speaking towards Baker as a whole. We need to get this outlook.
Because Baker is because I know.
Sorry, he's
he's not a backup quarterback.
Matt Stafford was healthy. They don't sign Baker, and Baker does not get signed to another team.
If that's the case, is Jimmy Garoppolo
the Jimmy Garoppolo broke his foot. What did the 49ers say? A team that's in contention to make the playoffs. What did they say about Baker? When somebody asks, were they going to pick up Baker off a waiver? What did they say?
Because they have 2 quarterbacks.
Baker's that good of a fucking quarterback. You grab him because you have playoffs aspirations. They don't want him because they believe in their head. If we bring him in, he probably fucks it up.
Jimmy Garoppolo comes back. He's coming back in 4 weeks.
Towards the playoffs. But any other team will grab a guy like that to help them fucking wean out those 4 weeks. We see it all the time in the NFL. All the time they grab a guy just to help him through the time that the injury, and then he goes to the bench. They release him at the end of the season. That's it. Baker only got the job because Matt Stafford was hurt. Let's not do this. Let's not act like he was coming off. He did so much on the previous team
shit. That's why
just gonna pick him up.
You're not making
another job after this. That's what big media was saying when he got cut just a few days ago. Oh, I don't see Baker getting a job. I don't see now all of a sudden big head media. Oh, Baker last night game. Woo, Baker, yeah. Like, no, the fuck, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this ups and down roller coaster of fucking Baker Mayfield excuses.
That's everybody.
Nobody else
That's
gets
sports.
it. No, it's not.
That is
not
sports.
everybody does not get it equally. I'm sorry. No, they don't. No, they do not.
Just last year, they were saying, well, the year Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay, oh, he's done. He ain't gonna do shit. Yada yada. Then he wins the fucking Super Bowl.
And he was injured.
And then he won the Super Bowl.
He was hurt. And he came out after and said he was hurt.
That's not. You're missing the point. Did they not say he wasn't any good? Did they say that? Yes or no? I'm asking the question. I'm asking the question.
I don't understand it.
But you never answer. You're not answering my question. You're not answering my question. You're not answering my question. Did they not say that about Tom Brady?
He could be out there playing with 3 fingers and still getting sacks with that same hand. He got 3 fingers on, but Baker's arm is Libram. You know, it hurts.
You still haven't answered my question. Did they not say that about Tom Brady?
Did Tom Brady
just last? That's not what I'm asking you. I said, did they not say the exact? That's not what I'm asking you. Did they not say the same thing about Jalen Hurts coming into this season?
I don't know what they said about Jalen because I wasn't paying attention to Philly. I tell you the truth, Philly surprised me.
Okay, we'll go to your team. Weren't they saying that about Daniel Jones?
That he was shit?
Yes.
That he was shit? They're still saying it.
No. Now they're talking about extending him because of the season that he's having.
What is the talk on Danny Dimes? He's not the future quarterback, right? I'm not talking about the team. What is the talk around?
No.
Danny Dimes sucks. He's not even an average quarterback. He's not the Giants' long-term. He's still getting that.
That's what you're saying.
Where's it for Baker?
They said that about him. So why are they talking about giving him an extension now?
Because the team likes him. The Giants always have liked him. I'm talking about the narrative on people, the narrative on Baker, and now the narrative on Danny Dimes. The narrative on Danny Dimes is he's a below-average quarterback that the pieces around him help him win. Even in this season that he's 7-4 right now, I think 7-4, 7-5, whatever, 8-4, I think, whatever it is. Like even then, he's still getting flack. He only threw for 100 and something yards. Saquon carried them to this win. With the defense that did this. Where's that for Baker? You don't hear none of that. Oh no, Baker's hurt. Baker's hurt. Wrap him in a blanket and fucking rock goodbye, baby. I'm tired of that shit, man. Baker's not a good quarterback. Put him in the same fucking sentence as Danny Dimes. That's what I would do. Tired of Danny. I'm tired of this fucking Baker Mayfield conversation. Like he's not a good quarterback, bro. He's not. He has had way more opportunity than a lot of fucking guys, and he has done what with it? Made it to a playoff and won 1 playoff game. When that season,
what opportunity?
They were favored one of the teams to go to the Super Bowl.
What opportunity? No, they wasn't.
He bounced out?
No, they wasn't. They was not favored to go to the Super Bowl that year. They were not supposed.
I mean,
they did, huh?
That season when they went 11-5, did they have the bye week?
No, they did not.
So
they played the Steelers in the first round.
They played the Steelers in the first round. Everybody thought they were supposed to lose. They beat the Steelers, but they were winning that game against Kansas City, bro. They were winning that game against Kansas City, and they were up big, and that Mahomes magic, I guess. But the offense went stagnant second half, and I don't know if the lights got too big for Baker. I don't know if Baker was hurt then. I don't know.
He was hurt. Don't act like he wasn't. He was hurt, Moo.
He might have been. I don't know. His labor might have been hurt. I don't know.
You know what is funny? You know how funny that sounds? It's like you can say that they were up and then something happened, but no one says that the defense fucked up. No one says that. No one says Myles Garrett. No one says Myles Garrett didn't show up. No one says that. No, two things can, but you didn't even say the second thing, so it don't count.
Well, so you didn't even say it. Moore said that, not me.
No,
Moore said that, not me.
No. I always say football is the most team-oriented sport in the world. The offense depends on the defense.
Go check it out on my sports page, Sports Move FTSL.
Like the offense depends on the defense. The defense depends on the offense. Special teams depends on both. Offense depends on a good head coach, and the fucking head coach depends on the offense that's on the field, and vice versa with the defense and the defensive coordinator. All that shit must work together in order for this shit to go to work. Nobody
No, 100%.
fucking do this shit by themselves. So to
Very
say,
true.
oh well, it was Baker this, Baker that.
I'm not
Jarvis
talking
Landry
about
was hurt. Odell Beckham was hurt. Nick Chubb was hurt. David Njoku was hurt. There was a
the
bunch of
flaw
people
on
hurt.
him as an individual. We don't give that slack. When Aaron Rodgers, everybody goes down for Aaron. Oh, Aaron can't make nothing happen because Aaron's so used to making something
His
happen.
entire his entire
Aaron Rodgers,
career,
Aaron
everybody says
Rodgers,
he has no help. His entire career, that's all they said. He
right?
had no
Because
help.
he's so used to making things happen without legit, as we say, wide receivers, right?
But that's
Right?
bullshit. He had legit wide receivers. Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb,
Oh,
fucking Devontae
Jordy was
Adams.
definitely that guy. Jordy was definitely that guy.
We he always had
Jordy.
help. He
I love Jordy now.
always had
Jordy,
running games. He just came up
I wouldn't
short.
say always. I say
I
always.
didn't say Baker. I'm not saying Baker didn't come up short and he doesn't deserve the criticism. That's not what I'm saying. I always said he needed competent head coaching. That's all I've been saying. And he has it with Sean McVay. He has it now.
Sean McVay is a very good coach, but hey, some things are uncoachable.
I just think Sean likes him. Like there's been reports that Sean liked him coming out of college. Like he liked him when Baker was I think there was like a workout or something like that, and him and Baker was chopping it up for a while, and like there was even one time where they had like rode back on a plane together and they was going over some plays. Like Sean likes him. Like that's his guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why he got in. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people who don't like Baker. Shannon Sharp don't like
As a
Baker.
football player.
Shout out to Uncle Shay. But it's just the fact that you have somebody that's essentially like you in mannerisms and demeanor and energy. So now Sean can feed off that, right? Because like, oh shit, I got my guy. I got this person who I can chop it up with on the sideline, and we're cool, and we go over plays. And I had dinner at his wife's house. He had dinner at my wife's house, and blah blah, so forth and so on. It's like now he has somebody that he actually likes. So even if Matt Stafford does come back, Baker, I promise you, Baker's probably not going nowhere. I can promise he's probably not going nowhere. He'll be the Rams backup.
He'll be the backup until Matthew Stafford goes. Yeah, until Matthew Stafford leaves,
and
he'll be the backup quarterback.
Sean McVay is going to put him in that starting spot. I promise you, that's what's going to happen because he likes him. That's his guy.
And we'll see another Baker Mayfield disaster.
We probably will, but that's exactly what's going to happen because he likes Baker.
Here from the sideline, telling you I fucking told you so, man.
Yeah.
All right. So
shit about being hurt.
Because the Rams are going to gut their whole roster.
When this guy's out here
for picks, and then they're going to try to surround Baker with pieces, and they're going to see what Baker can do in Hollywood, in La La Land, in California. We're going to see how he does. Watch. It's going to happen play by play, book by book. Sean McVay is going to trade away all his pieces, get draft pieces, and they're going to surround the team with Baker. And oh yeah, Baker's got a new team. Baker's reinformed. He's this. He's that.
Then he's gonna go on. He's gonna win one playoff game, a wild card against a lesser team, and then he's gonna get fucked in the ass again by another team.
And their head.
We're gonna be sitting here. We're gonna be saying like, yeah, Baker did good. He won the first playoff game in 45 years.
And their head.
So winning the playoff game that doesn't mean anything. Going to the playoffs don't mean anything. I'm just asking a question.
If you're talking about the Browns aspect, yes.
Listen, because my thing is this: in order for you to have a chance to win the Super Bowl, don't you have to make the playoffs?
True. And like I said, if you're talking about the Browns aspect, then I give you that.
I know all about winning the ring now. They call me Piers
Johnson,
baby. All right.
I'm asking questions. That's all.
No, playoffs definitely mean something, but I'm not hyping it because he beat somebody in the wild card and he got smacked against a team that he and I get it, that the hype around them, it wasn't supposed to do nothing. I do agree. He has so many coaches and so many times. You can't do nothing with that. I say the same for Baker. I'm consistent. But I'm just tired. Baker don't get those excuses. Nobody was saying that for Daniel Jones. I was the first one to say, oh, but Daniel Jones went through this. This is what he's going through. Offensive coordinator. Nobody said that. It's all, oh, he's trash. You can't do this, can't do that.
I will say to anybody.
I've been hearing about for the last 2 years, bro, is, oh, no, Baker's hurt. Baker's healthy. Baker's this. And Baker's we saw what we get.
I say this about every single quarterback in the NFL.
I don't know.
I will say Lamar Jackson. We have not seen the best version of Lamar Jackson yet because he doesn't have a number one wide receiver.
Oh no,
He has no weapons to work with.
but Baker Mayfield not had better wide receivers than Lamar Jackson?
When they were healthy, yes,
Okay.
but they were never healthy. Baker went through he's going through the same thing Lamar's going through. His offense he can't stay healthy. How is anybody supposed to prosper and be dope and be great if everybody's always hurt? Lamar can't.
How many men is on the roster?
53.
Okay. Haven't heard of that next.
That's why Lamar's hurt now.
That's why the situation Baker's in right now. He's the next man up.
Yeah, but like I said, it all depends. Like I said, on the guy who's running the show.
No, I agree.
Sean McVay.
Coaches matter. Sean McVay is a good coach. Can he turn Baker around? I don't know.
Nobody knows. That's what
Baker
I just think
coaches all throughout. I don't know. But all I know is what
he had. I can tell you he
has produced on the field. It does not impress me. That's all. It does not impress me. It doesn't.
Okay. So then, did Deshaun Watson look any different than Baker Mayfield when he played last week?
Did Deshaun? No, let's not do this.
No, I'm asking the question. I'm asking the question.
Do this.
No.
Did he look any different than Baker Mayfield on Sunday?
No.
When's the last time? Watson?
No, you said any quarterback can go into the situation and do better than him. I'm asking you, did Deshaun Watson look better than Baker Mayfield on Sunday?
How long hasn't Deshaun Watson touched the football?
You're not answering the question. You said anybody. You said backup quarterback.
You're not taking the context in that. If you take any other quarterback that's been active last year and that's active now, they would do better than what Baker did with that team Baker's has. Give Deshaun Watson the rest of the year next year and watch
Now listen to what you just said. No, stop. Slow down.
Than what Baker had there. Watch what he does with the
now take your feelings out of the situation. You're acting as if Baker Mayfield's been on the Rams all year. He just got there.
No,
that's
I'm not.
The point.
I'm not even talking
that's
about the
Rams. Difference.
I'm talking about that nigga getting cut. That's what I'm talking about.
You said
Rams.
You're not. Yes.
Conversation on the Rams. What did I say, Mel? Go to him being cut before you get to the game. You didn't do that. You kept pushing on with the Rams because you guys want to skip past that. Somebody was like, "Hey, Baker, you're not good enough to be here."
I said it 4 times. He didn't get cut by the daggone Panthers. He wanted to be released. He was in a bad situation. The Carolina Panthers are a bad team.
And he's part of it. Is he not?
Yeah. Name a quarterback that's going. What quarterback is going into Carolina and changing it?
Oh my God, we don't do
what
that
quarterback?
For nobody else. But nobody else gets that. Oh, you know what quarterback?
I didn't. No. You're saying I never said he wasn't good. I said he's good. I just said he needed a good coordinator. I'm asking you, if Baker's so ass, then why isn't anybody else going in there and turning that bullshit around in Carolina?
In Carolina, I don't fucking know, but talk about the Browns. Let's go back to the first person you used, Deshaun Watson.
And I asked you that, and I did that. What did Deshaun Watson do on Sunday?
Watson, right, but I expect Deshaun Watson coming over a whole year of not playing active football to look the way he did. I do not expect Baker to come off a whole 4 years of playing active football and look the way he does. That's your answer to that question.
He didn't play in 6 weeks.
Yeah,
and he had to learn a new offense.
No, that's great. Learn a new offense, Baker. Great. He came in. He played great.
You're glossing over the fact of something that is unprecedented.
Unprecedented.
Yes.
Because he went in there and played. How many points did they score up into the last 5 minutes of the game?
They scored 17 to win the game.
How many? Oh my. I don't know why I asked the question. I mean, I could find the answer my fucking self. That's what I can do. I can literally just find the answer my damn self.
3.
What?
3.
Well, okay. All right.
If we're being technical, he actually scored 12 points. Because he threw 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he did. He did. I'm like I said earlier. I won't take away from what he did last night. But you're not gonna gloss over this dude getting cut. Well, I mean, walking away from the team because it was a bad situation.
I mean, the Panthers were trash, though.
I don't care. There's so many trash teams that David Mills were like, "Yo, Texans, I want out. Fucked up organization. Let me out of here."
Brandon Cooks did.
What did fucking Andrew Luck do with the coach when there's a bad nigga? I'm out of the football. I see you fucking later. Oh,
he did that a long time ago.
Let me off the team and let me go play somewhere else. Okay, Baker, for sure. You don't do that to a guy that you think you can turn around your franchise. You don't do that to a guy that you think can win you games. You don't do that. You don't. You find a way to keep that guy there and get pieces around him. They didn't do that for Baker. If they trade, didn't they trade for Baker or was Baker signed? I don't remember. He
signed as a free agent.
No, he signed as a free agent.
He signed as a free agent. So that means you made that pitch to him thinking that he was going to be some. Baker turned out not to be that, and you were okay with letting the guy walk. It's not just, Baker. It's not just as simple as Baker going to them like, I went off the team. And they're like, okay, no. That means it was mutual. It means like, yeah, we're not sure if we want this guy here either.
Okay.
They benched him for a reason.
Right, can I ask you a question? Isn't this the same team that got rid of Christian McCaffrey?
Everybody's seen that coming for the last 2 years, but yes.
I tried to get rid of DJ Moore, too.
Yes. Yeah.
And DJ Moore. So,
yeah.
I don't. So clearly that team
said that wasn't available
was Burns.
Brian Burns.
They started the season. Yeah, Brian Burns. He was in and out. But they started the season with these guys like, all right, we could do something. Let's see how it goes. It did not go well. They was like, all right, let's pull the trigger on Christian before his stock drops. We got to get something from him.
So why wouldn't they pull the trigger on Baker Mayfield?
No, 100%. You let him walk. But I'm saying if anybody is anybody doing that to Tom Brady, if Tom Brady signs with him, is anybody doing that to Patrick Mahomes if Patrick Mahomes signed with him? Is anybody doing that to Josh Allen if they sign with him? Is anybody doing that to Lamar, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Jalen Hurts? Is anybody doing it to those guys? No, because they think those are their franchise quarterbacks. So they're going to do whatever they can do to keep those guys. Carolina was like, hey, yeah, you can go, buddy.
No. Listen, so why would they do that when they got rid of their star running back?
Because now
tried to get rid of their star. Listen, you're not listening. Got rid of their running back, tried to get rid of their receiver. Everybody was up for trade bait, and they fired their head coach. What does most head coaches, when they take over a new job, what do they normally bring in?
Their own quarterback, 100%.
Okay, I'm just
100%. But that's not the case all the time. It's not the case all the time. Because if you think that somebody is, right? If you think that somebody is your quarterback, unless they're under. What happened with Trevor Lawrence?
Unless they're under contract. He's under contract. He's under contract.
Right. But still, you could trade him away. Right? Or you can cut him. You can cut him. Right? There's options. All I'm saying is there's options. I'm not saying that's what they do. I'm saying there's options. There are options. If you don't want the dude, you can cut him. You can release him. You can put him in a trade package. What I'm saying is a new coach took Trevor Lawrence, which somebody did not want. Right? Florence, whatever. I can't think of his name right now, but he didn't want him last year. Right?
Who didn't want him?
The coach of the damn Jaguars. He did not want Trevor Lawrence. He didn't know how to.
He drafted Trevor.
Right,
he drafted Trevor Lawrence.
They put the new coach or offensive coordinator in system, and now Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be looking better, right? He's supposed to be looking better, right? That's a coach coming in and be like, okay, I can adjust to this.
Because Doug Peterson was going there because of Trevor Lawrence.
Right. No, I understand that, but that's still a coach that, okay, I can work with that guy, right?
Right.
I'm just saying there's instances where coaches go into jobs and be like, I can work with that guy. Baker Mayfield, had that happen to him, 4 times? You can say he's under contract, but if you don't like it, you can make something happen to get that guy out of there and get pieces. It's the same thing Carolina did, right? This is why I'm saying it. It speaks to what you're saying about Carolina. Carolina saw how their team was, how they performed coming out the gate, and they blew the shit up. One, they fired the coach because of the record. Because of their record, the coach got fired. Now, what is the next thing to do? I'm not going to go through this season with the same roster that we've been having and nothing's working. My biggest trade asset for me to get assets back, trade pieces back, or picks back, is Christian McCaffrey. I get rid of him. Nobody's going to trade me for Baker. Nobody's doing it. You're already seated on the Browns. So my best bet is to let that guy walk, to cut him and let him walk, whether he asks for it or not. That's the best thing. DJ Moore, I don't know what they're doing with him. All right, we don't have a quarterback. We don't have this. We're done. All right, we trade him and we'll start over. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But if it's a franchise quarterback, you're not letting that guy go. You're going to sit him, bench him, whatever you got to do to that next season come around and you figure out what you're going to do to put the pieces around him that you need.
That's what they wanted to do. That's why he asked. They didn't cut him. He asked to be released.
No, for a team, for you to
They
ask
benched him.
They have to cut you. Like they
benched him. And no, they benched him, and he said, "No, I'd rather be gone." And they let him go.
Thank you for joining the chat.
I think honestly, with Carolina and that whole Baker situation, I think they refuse to eat crow. And what I mean by that is, I think they know they fucked up by trading so many picks away for Sam Darnold and paying him so much fucking money to find out that he's ass. So they tried to go get Baker to save face. It didn't fucking work. They tried to put Sam Darnold back into the fucking mix and then try to mix in PJ Walker. It doesn't work. So they're like, damn, we don't know what the fuck to do. So they're like, oh shit, well, we're going to go ahead and let Baker walk, but we're not going to sit here and trade away or let Sam Darnold walk, even though he's literally just as fucking ass.
Because
because
he's still on the contract for like 18 million still?
Yes, that's why. Because they're like, we paid this dude and we traded for him and he's ass too. So it's like, what the fuck we gonna do now?
I like you saying how it is. He's ass too.
He's ass too. I mean, bro, and when you look at the Panthers,
they didn't. Nobody played good.
The Giants believe in Danny. Danny go to them right now and be like, "Yo, can you cut me?" They're gonna tell that nigga no.
Oh fuck no! They're not.
They're gonna tell him no, and that's my point.
Hell no.
That's my point. Whether the team was fucking 1-7, 10, like 17, 0-17,
no,
they're going to tell him no because they believe in him. They believe that they can make something work with him. And that's all I'm saying.
That's because the Giants are 7-4 right now.
No, it doesn't even matter. Even last year when we stunk, they
still stunk. If the Giants were 3 in
the offseason, that's crazy. That's crazy. People
if the Giants were
get rid of him in the offseason because he didn't do good last year, he didn't play up to expectation. Now all of a sudden we're 7-3 and 7-4. It's no, they're not saying that about. Of course they
exactly.
No,
that's my point.
Around him.
If he was 3-5 right now, he would be benched, or they would have been looking for a quarterback too.
They're not benching him.
Circumstances change everything.
They believe in him. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference.
They believe in him now because they're 7-4. If the Giants were 3-5, they would not believe in him. Trust me.
I think it has to do with more with Saquon though. Like if they was 3-5 or they had a shit record with Saquon, then it's like, okay, we might not be working out here. But it's like if you got a solid record or a good record and you have your star back and you have your quarterback that looks competent, then they're like, yeah, no, we're not gonna let you walk, bro.
I know all the damn talk that went into fucking Danny Dimes not being the future of us and this, like, but if I say that about Baker ain't the future of any team.
Circumstances change. If Baker goes out and wins the next 4 games for the Rams, the situation just changed for him. If he goes out and he loses the next 4 games, then everybody says, well, that's what we thought. Circumstances are subject to change based on outcome.
It ain't what everybody thinks. It's just what I think. Because I'm the
every outcome. No, the problem is you don't want to give people credit when they play well.
I gave
because
him
you are stuck.
I literally gave him
because you said that you don't.
Now I'm not.
Because you said you didn't. Just said he was shit.
Oh, he is shit. I said he played. I said I give him credit for last night's game. He played okay in that game. He threw some dots. He threw some zingers. He got 2 touchdowns. I literally said that. I can't wait to rewind the tape back because I've been told this ever since I started the podcast that I didn't say this and I didn't say that. And every time I rewind the tape, oh, there it is, Troy saying it. Like I did say it.
But you're only as good as your last game.
I'm talking about Mel. We literally started out with the game he had last night. That was it. He started out with the game, and I was like, all right, he played a good game, but this is what.
And the first thing out of your mouth was "fuck that dude."
Yeah, fuck that dude. Word up. I said it from the jump. I was at work all day telling niggas this is what Baker was getting because Baker was getting it, and nobody was stopping me from giving it to Baker. Don't think you was interfering with Baker not getting it. Baker got it. He got it, and he got it good. All right. noodle arm ass Baker. I don't want to hear that shit no more about Baker. I don't want to hear nothing more about this Baker motherfucking noodle arm Mayfield. All right, Baker no field. All right, Baker in 2 years ain't gonna be on no team field. All right.
You don't like that's what I'm trying to explain is like you're only as good as what you did last. So we can only say, let's see what happens next week.
Nope.
You're going in the past, and that past
I'm
is over.
looking at the history of it. Do people not do that with Mitch Trubisky? Do people not do that with Drew Lock and why they were saying they didn't know who was going to start? They did it with Geno Smith. Like when Seahawks ain't got no quarterback, they got Drew Lock and Geno Smith. What did they do it over here? Like,
and did Geno Smith not change the narrative based off his play?
100% he changed the narrative, but the narrative for Baker, but this is what I'm saying. Geno's different, right? Geno has finally got another real opportunity, right? In a place that, like you say, works for him because you know me, I always believe in system and fit, right? This might just fit for Baker. I'm not saying that. It might just fit for him. But what I'm saying is, till it fits for him, until he shows me, everybody was putting him in the upper echelon of quarterbacks. I'm not doing that. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying it in a fucked up way, but I don't care. Fuck that dude. Fuck that dude. That's what it is. Fuck that
Nobody
dude.
put him in who put him in the upper echelon?
I've been doing this for a year, Mel.
He's
I've been having conversations about Baker Mayfield on this very podcast from the sideline for a whole fucking year. A whole year, Mel. And this is the conversations that I've been having with
GK.
And it's not just GK. It's not just GK. And I wish he was here so I could give it to him. I know he would give me pushback because he's a Baker Mayfield lover. And listen,
what I'm saying about Baker is with any quarterback, there are only 5 elite quarterbacks in the NFL. There are 32 teams.
I'm not saying he has to be elite. I'm just saying, like, they say he's
an average quarterback.
No, he's
an average to good quarterback. That's it.
He's below average.
You can't be a below average quarterback and be in the NFL. That's not how that works.
I'm taking okay. On NFL standards, he is below average. He's mid. Let me use y'all word.
That's an average. That's an average quarterback.
He's below mid. There you go. I put below in front of me. He's below mid. I'm not saying he's average. Because people don't even say Danny Dimes average. I've never heard one person say Danny Dimes is average.
He's an average quarterback. You put him in it.
I've never once heard anybody say Danny Dimes is a mid-quarter or average quarterback. Like they always say he's trashy, this, he's that. Don't say it now because we're in there. I don't want to hear it now.
I've always said no. He's just like any other quarterback. You must utilize his talent.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
That's all.
I think Baker has been in a better situation, and I understand injuries and people being out time, not playing hurt, people being out time where they cannot play could affect him. But if Baker's on that field, I'm holding him accountable for what he does on that field, and that's all I'm saying. As an individual, what you do on that field to help your team get to the end goal, which is to win, I'm holding you accountable for that. It's not just him, it's everybody. I do it to everybody. If Lamar Jackson has a good game, I'll give Lamar Jackson his props. But if he has a bad game, I'll say he had a bad game. But you got to give him. Why did I just post the thing on TikTok where RJG saying, "Look, they came into that Jackson Jaguar game winning 4 straight, and then all of a sudden Lamar loses the game and they trash. The team sucks. Lamar need to do this, and Lamar like that's what happens. And all I'm saying is I've been consistent on Baker since I started this podcast. I don't like the dude as a quarterback. I don't. He's a Johnny Manziel type of quarterback to me. I'm sorry. That's just you're never going to change my mind until he does something in a league of elite quarterbacks because that's what people hold him. They don't hold him in mid. They don't hold him in average. They hold him as he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, just like David Carr.
Manziel's better.
Just like David Carr, and even Derek Carr has a better case than him in my eyes. But
of course.
It's not much.
Because...
It's not much. Can we get to the Raiders side of the ball? We done talked for 90 minutes. Whole hour on Baker, motherfucker. I told you now. Did I ruin your motherfucking doc? Remember you came on my basketball show, blew my shit up? Did I blow your shit up, man?
No. Hey, no. My thing is my thing is, like I said, I will always stand on the quarterbacks is the hardest position to judge only because too many factors have to go into it in order for you to really understand what you have at quarterback.
But the one thing you can always judge a quarterback off of that those valuables don't go into is their skill. Is what
Okay.
they're capable of doing on the field.
Right. And
And Baker
that's
is capable of throwing the ball at the ground more times than not. Baker
you're
is
talking okay.
capable of overselling the ball and overthrowing his man 10 times than not. Now, if you're telling me Sean McVay is just going to fix that in Baker, then hey, maybe he's just that coach to do that. I don't
So
know.
the playing
It's one game. I'm not going to go whoopie hey on Baker right now because he came in and won one game. Yeah, it's impressive that he didn't know the playbook. But I said this just when we was talking about Seattle last week. What they do is look at the playbooks he had. You're comfortable with what plays are you comfortable with, Baker? These all right, this is the playbook. We're gonna run a short playbook for you this week. These are the plays that we're gonna have for you, and that's what we go. Just practice these plays in practice, and that's it. That's what they did for Baker. It's not like they gave him the whole playbook and he had to go out there and he was all woozy headed trying to run. Like, no, they gave him a short list of plays that he will run. That was it. They do it with every guy they bring in at quarterback position. They give him a short list and let him go out there and run those plays. Baker wasn't doing nothing spectacular.
But they gave him
A
the
lot of those
playbook
throws he made was good, but a lot of that shit was yards after the catch too. Was they not shaking people out there? Did I miss it? Did not a couple people miss no tackles? Like, I'm not giving yards after catch to a quarterback unless it's on a bomb, it's on a streak, and then he was wide open. But even if he's wide open, that's the wide receiver, isn't it? Am I tripping here to say this? Like, that's on more of the wide receiver than the quarterback. The quarterback's to put the ball in 9 times out of 10. Baker ain't putting it there. That's just me. It's what I've seen.
There was a lot of missed tackles.
Well, so the touchdown, so that touchdown pass wasn't a good throw.
Nice pass.
That was all on
nice pass. I said Baker made some very good passes. I did say that. I'll say it again. Baker made some very nice passes. The same type of nice passes that he made when he was with the Browns. That was the same passes. That was the same conversation where I said Baker did what Baker always does. He can throw the ball. I'm not questioning his throwing thing. It's the consistency, how he utilizes, and his production. That's the 3 things I judge Baker on. And he just doesn't fit the mark for me. For everybody to hold them, and it's not you, Mel. And I know I'm taking it out on you right now. But it's not you, but everybody holds Baker to this high standard, but Danny Dimes gets shit on. And he does the same, like, it's basically the same shit with him. Like, his dinking dunk, oversells, underthrows. Like, that's what Baker does. Fumbles. Fumbled last night, didn't he? Or was that the running back that fumbled? I can't remember.
That was Cam Akers.
Cam Akers, there you go. That's who fucking fumbled. I should have known if it was a fumble on the Rams, it came from Cam. See, that rhymed. Stop playing with me. I got bars out this motherfucker. All right? But nah, I'm just not a bigger guy. I'm sorry.
Fine. Fuck you. And all that. Anyway. Fuck that dude.
Fuck that dude.
All right. Now, let's get on to. Now, this is what I'm probably going to go for my rant. Let's go on with Deion Sanders and the whole situation with Jackson State and Colorado. I am going to lose my mind. And yes, that's true. That is very true. But he still had to execute.
The Raiders suck.
So
no, I didn't even get to the Raiders part. Shout out Devontae Adams for the 2 nice catches in that first half. Go ahead, Mel.
So
Devontae had 3 targets.
A lot of people
in the second half. Continue.
Right.
Oh yeah, whatever you do about 2 nice ass passes.
We had everybody is considering Deion Sanders a sellout for leaving Jackson State, yada 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 yada. But now there's more right, and there's more information coming out that was really Jackson State that was screwing Deion Sanders. And I'm gonna go through some of the stuff. Okay, so in his contract, he had a bonus where if they sold over $30,000 worth of tickets at home games, he would get a bonus. They were fudging the numbers, only saying that they sold $28,000 worth of tickets for home games every time they played. Now, if you watched any of the Jackson State games, them things were sold out.
Sold out.
Packed. Standing room only. Then another somebody who works for the school said since 2020, Deion Sanders, between endorsement money and just deals that they were making, has brought in $186 million to the school. none of it went to the players, the coaching staff, or the facilities.
None.
Where's that money at? Then
Where is that money at? I want to know too.
Then they only paid Deion Sanders $350,000 to coach that team. He took $200,000 of it to build new locker room, a practice field, and supplies for the school. Never got reimbursed. Nothing. Then Michael Strahan helped him out because he's got a clothing line, gave the players suits, jackets, and all that stuff. So when they travel, they look like something. Never got that. Jackson State also had, I think, Russell Athletic uniforms before Deion got there. They switched to Under Armour. The only school that had more uniforms than Jackson State was Oregon.
Yep.
And we know how Oregon get down.
Come on now. Hold on, wait, Mel. Let me cut you off real quick. Because Deion actually, in addition to this whole salary thing and building new facilities and coordinating with Michael Strahan to make sure these kids look good, he coordinated with American Airlines so that they can travel to their games.
Yep. And he did all of this, and let me tell you what he did not say. Now, he only brought it up one time. That was the first time. I think it was like after their first game, somebody had broken into the office, stole his wallet and some stuff. While he's been there,
robbed his car, his son's car, like.
Yep.
They broke into his house.
How do you want him to stay in that environment when what he's doing for your city, your school, is not only going back into the school, but he's not even being appreciated with it. He's becoming a victim of the crime that's around him. And then you guys sit here and you thinking, and fuck you to the two dudes on YouTube that called me racist because I posted a video of Echo breaking down why Deion needs to do what Deion did. And the first thing they heard was white spaces. And you guys are mad that Deion is now infiltrating some of these white dominated coaching jobs. Because if you look at college, who coaches these college teams? Who's the dominated white coaches? So Deion is doing something different. So fuck you two. That's what I want to say. Go ahead, Mel.
And you know what's funny that some people will say that. They'll say, oh, well, he's infiltrating white spaces or whatever it is. But you know what no one ever says anything about? That there are white players that play for HBCUs.
12 of them.
We don't say that they're infiltrating our space.
No, there were 12 white players that played for Jackson State while he was coaching it.
Literally, 12.
No,
and there was like seven white head coaches too.
Yeah, yeah. I put all that stuff up just because
HBCUs.
Yeah, just because everybody was saying shit like that, and I'm like, we don't ever say that. We don't say, oh, no, we don't turn away white football players or white coaches at HBCUs. We welcome everybody because we're like, look, granted, it's historically black college, but hey, if you want to come here and be a part of what we're doing, then you come. But all of a sudden, it's an issue if Deion wants to go and coach at Colorado. But I'm gonna tell you what the bigger problem is with Deion going to Colorado. And the thing about it is, people are mad that he's leaving Jackson State, and I have to remind people. He never wanted to go to Jackson State.
He never wanted to coach there.
He only ended up there because Florida State turned him down.
Because he didn't have enough experience, so he went to get some. And now he's on his journey of getting experience. So what did he say to his guys? Because I love that he went to his team and he told his team, this is what's up. He was very transparent with them. But he said, you either get elevated or
terminated.
Or terminated. And that's 100% true when it comes to college coaching. You either get brought up, moved on to bigger schools, bigger and better schools to do bigger and better things, or you get terminated. There's no guys, there's no tomb, no fucking graveyard for coaches in college. In college. There's not.
No. And their fear is what's happening right now. Alabama had 15 kids enter the transfer portal. Their number one running back next year entered the transfer portal and put on Twitter and tagged Deion in it and was like, yo, coach, you got room for me over there? So he's gone. Oregon, their number one linebacker, entered the transfer portal. Hey, yo, you got space for me?
100%, Tyrone. And that's my problem too. Is like everybody's talking about Deion being a sellout, but he's taking the kids that he was helping in that school in Jackson State.
Yeah.
He's taking them with
Oh,
him. He ain't
Travis
leaving them
Hunter.
there.
No, Travis Hunter and all them niggas is gone.
He's
He at the
taking
press
them with
conference,
him
he said your quarterback is right here,
right
and
here.
he brought Shador right there.
This is the
Yep.
thing I don't get about this whole sellout thing. And this is the thing I don't get about this whole sellout thing. How is somebody a sellout when I gave you more than you guys giving me back?
Right,
Like, how am I a sellout?
Jackson
I'm giving
State.
you
No, they say
more
he's a
than
sellout
what
because
you giving
Jacksonville
me.
gave him the opportunity and then he's leaving them up and dry. Like, nah, nigga.
It doesn't matter. You gave me an
You're not gonna
opportunity.
stay in
I
a
gave you a
relationship.
stadium. I gave you uniforms.
Right, you're
I
not
gave
gonna
you
stay
publicity.
in
I
a
gave you
relationship.
resources.
You're not gonna stay in a
Yep.
relationship where you're giving, and nothing's being
Yep.
appreciated to you, nigga. You gonna bounce
And
just
nothing
like the
is
girl
coming
gonna
back in
bounce.
return.
Everybody
Exactly.
gonna
That makes no
bounce.
sense.
Nothing's coming back around. No appreciation, no hugs, no kisses, no
No
baby, I love you,
appreciation of
no
nothing.
hot dinners. Like he said, the kids
Yep.
wasn't even eating right over there. They athletes and they not even
They
eating
weren't.
right.
They weren't.
After their
He was
after
paying
He
for
their
said
it.
bowl game, bro.
the alumni didn't even want to donate. The alumni wasn't
They
Nope.
even trying to
don't.
donate to
The
the damn place.
boosters, the alumni students, the alumni athletes, they didn't even want to fucking pay for it. They didn't even want to fucking help Jackson State. That's why everything was coming out of his pocket. Yet
After
Eddie
their bowl
Robinson
game,
Jr., yeah, I'm on
sucker.
your ass, Eddie Robinson Jr. I'm on your ass,
Sucker.
boy. Eddie Robinson Jr. got so much shit to say about Prime, but what you doing? What you doing for HBCUs, big dog? What you doing for
Nothing.
the SWAC, big dog?
Living off
Where
his
the
father's
uniforms
name.
at, big dog? Where the facilities at? I thought we were supposed to be in this together. This is the thing. This is the thing that makes me
Preach,
mad about black
Tyrone.
folks, right? Is that y'all gonna sit up here and try to chastise a black man, but then not get on another black man for bringing down that black man that's doing more for his program in a short time than he's done, and he's been there for 15 years.
Right.
You're a legendary college coach. You're a legendary coach's son, bro. You have way more resources than anybody probably in that whole last motherfucking conference, dog. And what have you done for any HBCU? What have you done for your own HBCU? I don't want to hear nothing from Eddie Robinson Jr., bro. Stop hating and congratulate, bro. Help. That's the thing. We got all
He
these
should have been the
HBCUs
first
out there,
person.
and nobody's helping Deion do shit. He's doing it by his fucking self. And then now everybody will
And
be
this
mad
is-
that he left. I don't respect
But this
that,
is the
man.
crazy, and this is the part that they asked about what he did before Deion got there. Eddie George doesn't take the Tennessee State job.
Exactly.
No, Hugh Jackson doesn't take the Grambling State job.
Exactly. Keep going.
Like there are 4 or 5 ex-players or former NFL coaches that are coaching at HBCUs right now. That all started with Deion Sanders.
And to address a point, because like I said, I'm
But
on
he's
people's
sellout,
line
though.
right now. I'm not to address a point because I'm about to get on that. I'm about to get on that real quick before I walk into this motherfucking job site. Look, so to address a point, because everybody wants to talk about how, oh well, he was using people, he was using the school. The school used him too. We're gonna sit here and talk about it. The school used him too. Dr. Umar got on the on an interview today.
Oh, nigga,
Yeah,
don't.
I'm on it, man. Don't worry about it. I got it. Dr. Umar got on an interview today and wanted to talk about how Deion made all these false promises and all this other kind of shit like that. But Deion came through on the promises because Eddie George, Hugh Jackson, he even got Michael Strahan being back into college football programs. All of the assistant coaches that he brought that used to play in the NFL back into the college football programming. So he did exactly what he said he was going to do. So for everybody to turn around and be like, oh, he sold out, he didn't do anything that he was supposed to do. Oh, well, he said that he was going to do this and he never did it. He did exactly what he was supposed to do and then some. So I don't want to hear about none of that extra shit that people are trying to put on this man when he's trying to better not only himself situation, but his family situation.
And out of all
his
people,
kid's
you
situation.
think Dr. Umar will understand that?
Come on, bro. Well, you
Wow,
got so
listen
much
to
to
you.
say, big dog.
Right,
Nah,
right,
because what you
Now,
doing?
mind you, Dr. Umar been trying to build a school for fucking 10 years and ain't seen a brick.
What you do for HBCUs, Dr. Umar? That's what I want to know. What is everybody that's coming out criticizing Deion? What are y'all doing to help HBCUs instead of running your fucking mouth? Because that's all I hear y'all doing is running y'all goddamn mouth. Y'all not putting in no chicken. Y'all not putting in no resources. Y'all not reaching out to your connects. Y'all not reaching out to alumni. Y'all not doing none of that shit. Y'all are sitting here running your mouth about a man who did more in 3 years than y'all did in y'all whole entire tenure. So
what was Jackson State's record
hear.
before Deion got there?
Nobody knows.
What was did they ever had an undefeated season before he got there?
No. And look, hold on. One more point. Because Bomani Jones tried to make this point the other day, and I'm about to get on here. I'm about to eat to that point too. he said that the Bayou Classic has been played on TV for years, right? Which is true. But how many national games, how many ESPN Plus games, how many games have you seen on ESPN or ESPN Plus or ESPN2 or ESPNU
No.
that showed HBCU games prior to Deion getting there?
Right. The Bayou Classic has been on TV, not on ESPN. There is a big
Exactly.
difference.
There's a
There is
big
a
difference.
big difference.
Huge. So let's not do that, Bomani Jones. I'm on your line too, big dog. You know exactly what you're talking about. You know exactly what you said, and you wrong on that. Because
Right.
the HBCUs were not getting TV time prior to Deion getting there. Let's
No,
not
they
do
were
that.
not.
Let's not do that. Because I watched a lot of HBCU games on ESPN Plus, on ESPNU, on ESPN. And they were not on there just last
Yeah.
year. So let's not do that shit.
And let's not. We can talk about home attendance. Only games anybody ever cared about was homecoming. That was it. Jackson State was not selling out a regular third week of the game season before Deion got there. That's not how that went. That became must. That team became must see TV.
And
So
that's because of
to
Deion. And
say
that's why I don't understand like why is Deion, because Deion getting flack from everybody. It's not one side, it's not one color, it's everybody giving him flack. Like even black people, and it's just like you should want to see that man do better. You should want to see him get to new heights, and he's going about it the right way. He didn't leave in the middle of a season. He's leaving at the end of the season after delivering his promising on the season. I think they just had another good season, right?
they were undefeated.
Yeah, undefeated again. There you go. Because they did it twice, right? If I'm not mistaken, they
No, they lost one game.
One game last year. There you go. It was almost undefeated twice. But like
they lost 3 games in 3 years.
You guys are sitting here and you're taking away from what this guy has tried to accomplish there, and not looking at, was he able to accomplish those things? Was he not able to accomplish those things? And was it because of the school, or was it because of him? And if you really look into it, you'll see it was because of the school and him playing some part in understanding that this isn't the place for me. I need to elevate myself, because you either get elevated or you get terminated. He's right about that.
Like you said, with any relation,
and he ain't trying
like
to
with any relationship,
get elevated. And he's taking players with him. You can't be mad at him for taking players with him. The last time I heard, it was 12 players that's going with him. That's crazy. Yeah. And now everybody's entering the transfer portal, trying to go to where he's at because they understand the brand of winning that he brings. It's not like he's scamming people or conning people like, yeah, I'm gonna do this coaching job, I'm gonna get. Like, no, he's really giving these guys a winning mentality, a winning mindset to go out there and not do talking, but to show it in their game. Like, who else is doing that? Like Echo said, his swagger. People are you're scared of that swagger because you've never seen.
That's what it's.
They haven't seen on that level with that swagger before. But nah, Prime about to give it to you. Don't hate on the guys who want to move up. It's not like he's leaving all those kids there. He's not. He's taking some of them with him. He would be a sellout if he just like, fuck y'all niggas, I'm out. But he's making sure some of those kids come so they get better opportunity, so they get better meals on the table, so they get fucking,
and all of that. He's leaving most of the coaching staff at Jackson State. He recommended who he wanted to be the new head coach. He left most of the staff there. He took a couple guys with him, but literally the same coaching staff that he was working with is still at Jackson State, minus him and maybe I think 3 other coaches. So he's not just like, I'm taking all the shit with me. No, he left them. He's left them in a good place. And he has a chance to do something that nobody has ever done. No college coach has ever won a championship in the SWAC or on Black college and an NCAA championship. Nobody's ever done that. And I think he's going to win a national championship in the next 5 years. Easy.
Listen,
and then on top of
stop hating on that man's grind. Because
and then in 5 years,
not just for him, but for those kids too, to get to a better school, to be in better environment, so his son don't have to get his car robbed, and he don't got to get his car robbed. His phone and cell phone, his wallet, and his car keys or whatever don't have to go missing in his office while he out there playing a game. Like, I wouldn't want to be in that environment either. Not when I'm bringing you guys all this attention to your city, all this money to your city, all this revenue that he brung in for helping that school go undefeated and losing 3 games in the last 3 years. Like, that's revenue for them to better the city, to better the environment around them. Like, that credit goes to Prime, not them, because what were they doing before he got there? Nothing.
They offered him after Colorado offered him the $5 million. They offered him $1 million to stay at Jackson State, but then told him you have to pay your staff out of that $1 million. That's ignorant.
Mm.
That's ridiculous.
How do you
So why would he stay there?
expect him to succeed in an environment like that? How do you expect his son to succeed, or any of those other players that there to succeed in a place like that?
You can't.
When's the
It's
last?
impossible.
When is the last NFL player that came out of Jackson State?
Wow.
But guess how many about to come out of Colorado?
I was going to say Walter Payton, but we can double check.
Guess how many about to come out the new school?
Oh, a bunch. Yeah.
A whole lot.
Well, he might get 3. He might get like 2 drafted this year out of Jackson State.
Nah, yeah, you got to pay attention to the opportunity. That's what I want to do. Those 2 guys on YouTube is like, you're saying calling me a racist because I posted a video Echo saying Prime is infiltrating white spaces, and that shit turned that racist knob in y'all head. Like, he's infiltrating white spaces. Like, oh, why does it have to be about color? When Echo, if you really listen to what Echo was saying, he was talking about opportunity. That's what he was talking about. Opportunity. It wasn't so much, it had everything to do with him being a black man, but not so much. It was just the opportunity that he's getting as a black man. And not that many black men get those opportunities in those type of spaces. So for us to be calling him a sellout is kind of fucked up, because now he's giving an avenue for other black men to get into those spaces too.
Because what happens, what he's doing, and I don't understand, people don't have to understand this. In order for us to be a part of it, we have to be a part of it.
Right.
So Deion's there. Now he's going to hire other black coaches. So now when they start winning, okay, boom, he can be a fucking head coach over here. Take the defensive coordinator, he can be a head coach over there. Now it went from 1 to 3. Now they hire black coaches. That 3 turns into 8. That's how we become part of what's happening. You just can't say one person. Deion can't change it by himself.
But he can open the door to get help in there to help change it.
Exactly. Someone has to open the door. And that's what he's trying to do. He's going to open the door, and now this dude's going to get a coaching job. This dude's going to get a coaching job. And now when they get their coaching job, they're going to hire former black NFL coaches or NFL players that want to become head coaches. And now you start a tree. Like I already talked about Bill Walsh. Oh, this coach came from this tree. Now we're going to say, well, these coaches came from the Deion Sanders tree. We don't say that. How many coaches have came off the Mike Tomlin tree? Exactly. But we can say from Tony Dungy, we got Herm Edwards, we got Lovie Smith, we got Dennis Green. But the thing about it is they never branched off and started doing it for everybody else. We can't rely on other white coaches to give us opportunity. We have to make our own opportunity. And that's what Deion's trying to do.
Especially in spaces where the opportunity is not normally there.
Exactly. They're going to find, and the thing about it is, there's no dirt on Deion Sanders. You can't, it's like what they did with Eric Bieniemy. Oh, well, he had the situation when he was coaching at Colorado and yada, yada, yada. So that's why he can't get a head coaching job. There's no dirt on Deion Sanders.
Because he's fresh. He's starting new. Remember, with Florida tell him, oh, you ain't got no experience. Okay, now y'all here getting that experience so he could one day coach at his school. He's going to get there. Deion has
Florida State blew that. They blew that. His next stop is the NFL.
Well, that could be true too. That could be true. I'm not going to deny that. I don't know if he wants to, because that is elevating his level. But then I think people will be mad. Then he wins the title for Colorado, leaves the next year for the NFL. Oh, he's a sellout. He's a sellout.
No, the goal, like I said, the goal
but he drafted 3 of the players that he played with at Colorado. He's a sellout.
Yeah, but the goal is to infiltrate the system, and that's what he's going to do.
And give other people opportunity, man. That's all it's about. It's about opportunity. It's not really. It's about him being a black man and getting opportunity in white spaces, but it's more about the opportunity he is getting in that space. Like, so for the 2 guys on YouTube, I want to find your damn names.
Because
Brian Badon, that guy's funny, and I don't know what's the other one named. I don't know what's the other one.
Because what they're finding out is he got way more power than they thought he did. Because when that transfer portal opened up and everybody was like, yeah, so I want to go to Colorado,
Mm.
everything changed. And once Alabama was losing 15 of their players, and then Nick Saban started freaking out, and it's like, well,
That's what they say.
damn.
Oh, they're gonna put a rule into it. They're gonna change the transfer portal. Like, nigga,
Right,
if
they
y'all
want
do
to do
that
it
because of
now.
Deion, then it
That
shows
proves the
you
point.
guys are trying to
It,
hold him back.
it proves the point.
You're trying to
Y'all
hold
don't
him back
want.
from succeeding, and that's what he knows, and that's why he's moving his avenues. He's not trying to stay in one place, so you can't keep him down. He's going to get what he wants to be. A guy like Prime is going to get what he wants to be. That's just what it is. And he's not
Yeah.
stepping on nobody to get there. He's going about it the right way. He took half of those kids. He took a lot of those kids with him. 12 kids out of one school, that's a lot to take with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot to take with you. He's not leaving those guys behind to suffer and continue not having the good meals and have to worry about the crime and all the shit that's around their school. Their school is in the hood. Why does he have to live like, no, he wants to better himself and better those kids. Now, if he was leaving the kids and he's just like, fuck you guys, I'm out, no transparency,
That's one thing.
then you guys will have a point. But you guys, none of you guys, Bomani, none of you guys, Shannon Sharp, none of you guys, Stephen A, none of you guys have any right to be calling this guy a sellout. No fans, none of you guys have no right to be calling Deion. We should be celebrating Deion for understanding how the system works and playing the system to get to a better place. Because it's
Exactly.
not normally done by black men, not in the sport. We're not talking about in life.
No.
We're talking about in the sport of college football. It is dominantly
And
coached by white coaches. That's just what it is.
and having the control and the power that he has right now.
That swag about to change the game, baby.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy in Colorado. Absolutely crazy.
So
And they're Nike school, so their uniform's gonna be lit.
Do you think Prime room for you?
Oh yeah, he gonna win a national championship the next 5 years. In 5 years, he gonna win a national championship. Easy, without playing.
I don't doubt
He
it.
might win two. He might win two. He win two. I was gonna say his next stop is the NFL. His next stop. Once he conquers the college football, don't be shocked if he's like coaching the Dallas Cowboys in like 6 years.
No, I wouldn't say the Cowboys. Jerry Jones ain't going for that.
Why not? He loves Deion Sanders.
Jerry Jones ain't going for that.
Why not?
Because Deion ain't a yes man. Let's not.
It's not
Act
about
like
being a yes man.
Yes, it is.
It's about
Jerry Jones hires. Jerry Jones
it's
hires
about,
yes men.
Jerry Jones
not hire yes men? Does he not? Yes,
Jerry Jones.
Yes, Jerry. Yes,
Jerry Jones is about the
Jason
brand.
Garrett. Jason Garrett. We all knew he should have been doing different things with that team. Instead, he stuck to the game plan that Fucktard wanted him to because he's a fucking yes man. The coach that's in there now, yes man. What is he doing? The same old fucking shit. The yes man. Now I understand Deion wouldn't take that, but that was the same reason why I forget the coach that was supposed to go that people were saying should go to Dallas. He would be a good coach, but they was like Jerry ain't gonna take him because he's not a yes man. I forget the fucking coach's name, but he's a well respected coach. But I just forget his name.
No, just because the last two coaches, everybody they want to put that Jerry Jones. I mean, Jimmy Johnson wasn't no yes man. Bill Parcells wasn't no yes man. Like that's.
But those because Bill Parcells and the other one you just named, those guys stood up to Jerry Jones from what my understanding.
Right. But yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
That's why he goes. That's why he goes in a route where he does not want those type of guys to stand that. He wants people to just take what he says.
But
Deion's not doing that. Deion is not doing that. That's why I say I don't see Deion going there. And then it also depends on how well the organization is put together for Deion to go to a team like the Cowboys.
Well, Jerry Jones
he's going to start off on a bad team.
No, he won't. Jerry Jones he's a businessman first. There is no team, there is no player in free agency that, first of all, they all love the Cowboys because of the star. And if you put Deion Sanders on the fucking sidelines of that, that's $1 billion move.
Oh no,
that's
I
not
agree
even.
with you. But
yeah, Jerry Jones would do that just off of the business aspect of it by itself.
I don't know.
Plus he was a former player there.
What if Andy Reid is retiring and he gets a chance to go coach Patrick Mahomes in KC? I think he takes the KC job. Like, what if he gets to go and coach the Bills with Josh Allen? I think he takes that job. What if he goes and he's able to coach the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I think he takes that job. Shit, I even think he takes the Geno Smith job before he takes the fucking Cowboys.
No,
That's just on me. That's just me. That's just me.
no, because you got to understand,
Maybe Geno is stretching it. Maybe Geno is stretching it. But if he
no,
has
but I'm
a
saying,
chance to coach Pat, he's going to coach Pat. If he has a chance to coach
but
Josh
Deion is
Allen,
a
he's going to coach him. If he got a chance to go coach Joe Burrow, he's going to coach him. He's going to go coach one of those guys because he knows, all right, I have a good foundation to start winning because these guys are good elite quarterbacks. Now let me put the pieces around him that they need to win. That's it. Instead of him going to the Cowboys that we don't know what that's going to be at, we don't know what their future quarterback's going to be like. We don't know none of that. Now you're putting Deion in a place where he got to go figure all that shit out. I'm not saying he can't do that, but it's going to take him longer to be a successful quarterback, putting him in that.
But what I'm saying, it's easier for him as the coach of the Dallas Cowboys to get any player he wants, opposed to just going to somewhere like a Buffalo.
But if he goes to KC,
Cincinnati.
He has the ability to get any player that he wants to. The fucking Kansas City.
No, he doesn't.
And it's Patrick Mahomes.
Kansas City.
Right.
But you talking about Patrick Mahomes 6 years from now. That'll be in year 11.
Right. Patrick Mahomes, I believe, will still be elite in year 11.
But how many years do you want to have in that quarterback?
Well, I can't speak on. All right, so in year 11, we're gonna have new quarterbers, new faces. I can't speak to who will be around at the time. But I'm telling you,
that's why I say the
franchise superstar quarterback that he has a chance to go coach no matter who it is. I think if that person is not in Dallas, he takes that job over Dallas. I'm not saying he does not take the Dallas job. I'm just saying I can see him taking other jobs over that Dallas job if the teams are better put off than Dallas, because I believe Prime wants to win at all levels. So if I can go to KC and play with a Patrick Mahomes who's in year 11, but we still have a good team and we're still elite, we're still one of the best teams in the conference, we still have a chance, I think Deion will go and coach that, knowing that he can get to that championship.
But he's a builder, though.
Yeah,
Deion's a builder.
100%.
He's a builder. He's not a go in and just fit. He's a builder.
But if they give him that opportunity, he's not turning it down. He's not. You're not.
He turned down the Auburn job. Auburn is a better job than Colorado.
Oh no, but he probably seen better opportunity in Colorado.
Because he wants to build it. If Dallas doesn't win a Super Bowl in the next 6 before Deion gets to the pros, he's taking that job so he can be the coach that wins Dallas a Super Bowl. That's more important.
I don't knock that, but I'm just saying if that comes up and Deion and Prime takes the Dallas Cowboys job over a job that's already
he'll put his son at quarterback first before he do that.
Oh, I mean, I don't doubt him. He's taking his son with him, so I mean, he's probably going to draft his son if he could. So, I mean, but now I can respect it. I'm not saying Prime would be bad for the Cowboys, but I just see a lot more places where he can go and utilize his IQ to win championships. You could build there too, like you said. Patrick Mahomes, year 11, we don't know what he's going to look like. You know, he draft another quarterback, get him ready while Patrick's going out. Same for Josh Allen. Same for whoever it is.
But I'm saying if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it in Dallas.
I'm not doing shit.
I ain't doing it in Kansas City.
I ain't doing
it in Kansas City. That's
You see that?
Well, you got your own personal things. Oh, okay. All right, man.
You see that? He's somewhere over there. That guy over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, fuck those dudes. But now I wouldn't be mad at him if he took it. I mean, him and Jerry. A great.
Look, I hate the Cowboys, but I would love to see Deion Sanders in the NFL. I don't care where he goes. I just think that the Cowboys. The Cowboys would make the most sense business wise because it's the Cowboys.
Yeah, I want to see him win on all levels. I want to see Deion do that.
He would be the only quarterback if he can win a Super Bowl 2. He'd be the only coach in NFL history. High school championship, black college championship, NCAA championship, and a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
No one's done that. Nobody's done that. So I want him to do that, and I want it to be a black man's face attached to that.
No, 100%. I definitely want his face to be attached to it too. So, I mean, I wish him luck in his new job. I think he's going to be good for it. I think people are going to be proven wrong when he gets in there and he turns things around. He starts winning, and you see these guys starting to get drafted today. A lot of people coming out of Colorado going to the NFL. Then you're going to understand why he did it, because it's a bigger name. It's easier for those kids to get drafted from there than Jackson State. Like, you have more opportunities in a better place. So I'm not mad at him at all. I don't understand why people call him a shutout or calling people, racist for, understanding why he makes the moves that he makes. But I know that's the age that we live in today, where if, people have different opinions that, we just resort to calling them names and labeling them. But, we tend not to do that over here. I joke around a lot. You guys probably don't. And the more you watch, the more you'll tell when Troy's joking. But because my joking sometimes does look serious, but a lot of times I'm just trolling and troiling. I don't call it trolling, it's troiling. And fucking with the guys to get them heated. And I always come around and tell the truth. But Baker Mayfield, I meant every fucking word of that shit, you trash bag can motherfucker.
When you get off the bed?
Oh, what's up, doggy?
Yeah, he is like, nigga, I am not on the pod today. Like, what is going on?
He said, nigga, let me say something about Baker. Roof. He said, Baker a bitch? Oh, okay. I heard you, doggy.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm proud of Prime. Let's see what Baker does. Yeah, and that's it. Mel, it's your show, not mine.
Yeah, I know. And Mullins tapped out, so he's gonna come back in. He's gonna come back in.
Moody said he had to go to work.
Oh, okay.
He just said it while he was talking. He said, I got to get into work real quick, so let me say this before I go in.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it. Yeah. Well, like I said, it was bittersweet for me last night. Raiders lost, but Baker did his thing last night, so it was good and bad for me. But another football Friday in the books. What you got, Troy? What you got?
Shit, man. Hopefully the Giants get a win this week. I mean, I want us to get it back on a good side. After coming from that damn draw, pissed me off. I understand it. I would never think I would see a draw into my damn record, but you feel me? Brittany Griner is home. Despite all the talks about trade this and trade that, Brittany Griner is home. So I want to say shout out to her and her family, because I know, just as when other people that have been captured come home, I give a shout out to them and their family. I want to give a shout out to her and hers. But I want to say one thing is I'm a criminal justice major. Crime is my forte. It's what I do. It's what I love. Not what I do like crime, but studying it is what I do, what I love. There's a lot of people that's captured all around this world, and there's a lot of trades that we make to get them back that might not make sense to you, but it makes sense to the guys that's in that motherfucking office that go to war. All right. That's why I tell people, don't speak about the trade if you don't know what it's like to be in that room and have trade talks with another fucking country that's in the middle of a fucking war. If you don't know what that's like, then we can't speculate why they gave up the death merchant to get Brittany Griner. Because like I said, when his ass got arrested over here, somebody else took his motherfucking place. Just like El Chapo got caught and somebody else took his motherfucking place. All right? That's just how it works. I grew up in the hood. It's a nigga get bumped off out there, another nigga take his place. That's just how it works. It's a fucking cycle. 1 go down, 3 step up. 3 go down, 7 step up. 7 go down, 27 step up. I don't know how we got there, but that's how we got there. It's just how it works. So stop thinking that I understand people is like, oh, but he's done this. He fueled the ISIS in this place. Yeah, it's understandable. But if he was that big of a threat to the United States, we would not have released him, because the United States is in the business of killing niggas. All right?
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
That's what we do. And I told one dude, I said, hey, didn't Barack just drop a bomb on somebody in Iran or Iraq because that nigga was dangerous? Or Trump? It was Trump. Yeah. Dropped the bomb on him because he was dangerous, didn't even care. Killed all the people that was in the motherfucking building, you feel me? But, no outrage over that shit, you feel me? But, hey, we're just giving up a willy-nilly terror. Like, hey, go take him back. Like, that shit don't happen, bro. The most dangerous people that we got, we do not give up. And that goes for every country. I know a lot of you guys are bringing up the military man that's caught over there. He's been over 4 years. Well, that nigga got a 16-year bid to do, because they got evidence on him committing fraud, spying, espionage, or what they say.
Brittany Griner, Brittany she had 11, so
she had 11 what charges?
11 years.
Well, no, yeah, but I'm talking about his crimes and her crimes. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you look at his crimes and her crimes, she should have never got. She had 9 years. It was 9. She had 9 years in prison. But she should have never got those 9 years. And I understand the country is different. And that's another lesson to you guys. My final thoughts is stop going to countries and thinking that these laws are their laws.
Keep your American ass here if you don't know the goddamn rules. Go watch Locked Up Abroad. It'll change your mind.
Mm.